The Seattle Seahawks run game was piss poor because of two reasons. Number one, they don't got good running backs. Number two, their offensive line is awful. And when it comes to building up offensive lines to help out the run game, that's going to take a couple of years because an offensive line is a group effort and you're going to have to draft multiple players and those players also have to develop chemistry with each other. So it takes some time. So what's the quickest way to solve the solution to their poor running game? Well, you obviously get an upgraded running back, but which running back can play well without an offensive line? LeSean McCoy. Now, the reason why LeSean McCoy can play so well without offensive line play is simply because he's the quickest running back in the NFL. When you don't got a good offensive line, you want a running back that's quick enough to at least hit the hole and find the hole. The offensive line will build up the hole, but it's their job to keep the hole there. And the issue with the Seattle Seahawks offensive line, they don't really keep the hole open long enough. It's usually collapsing. So like a guy like Eddie Lacy, who's definitely not quick at all, once he gets there, it's going to be maybe a 1 yard game at most. When you get LeSean McCoy, hey, at least you might get like 3 or maybe even 4 yards on that carry. And that is a successful rush attempt right there. So when it comes to that all, LeSean McCoy is the perfect fit. Now, when it comes to LeSean McCoy, will the Bills ever get LeSean McCoy? Yeah, I can see it. He's 29 years old, and when it comes to that all, he still looks like he can run pretty well. And not only that, the Bills have been linked to potentially trade them. Obviously, when it came to the Bills announced that we are not accepting any offers. That does not mean they weren't shopping for him. Yeah, sure, they might have not liked the offers. However, that does not mean that they weren't trying to maybe get some player better for them. And obviously, Sean McDermott made a lot of trades this year. Obviously, he traded for Jordan Matthews, and he also traded for Kelvin Benjamin. He traded away a couple of his players like Sammy Watkins and Marcel Darius. So when it comes to it all, he's not going to be scared to get rid of LeSean McCoy. And when it comes to it all, the Seahawks are also a team that's not scared to pull the trigger if there's a player they like. Obviously, they made a much bigger trade in 2015 with Jimmy Graham, and obviously I could definitely see the Seattle Seahawks getting for LeSean McCoy. Obviously, getting Jimmy Graham and getting up a first-round pick of Max Unger was far more riskier than whatever they would give up for LeSean McCoy. Now, maybe the issue with LeSean McCoy here is the warning sign is he is 29 years old, so he is getting up there in age. However, though, when it comes to McCoy, he's going to be their solution for a running back for a couple of seasons until they build up that offensive line. And then they can find a new running back. Or maybe they can draft a running back and they can learn a little bit from LeSean McCoy on the belt. I think that would be a good strategy right there. Because really the only veteran running back that they have in their roster is Eddie Lacy. And what would a rookie ever learn from Eddie Lacy? Yeah, how to get a nice discount at Burger King. That's the only thing he would learn how to do. And when it comes to this and all, and I think the Bills and Seahawks have made some big business deals before. I think one of the big deals was when Fred Jackson a couple of years ago, when he got cut for the Bills, Seahawks went up and signed him. When the Seahawks cut Percy Harvin, the Bills were signed by the Bills. So when it comes to this and all, they do business with each other. And the most important move of all, the reason why the Seattle Seahawks had Marshawn Lynch and the reason why Marshawn Lynch will always be remembered as the Seattle Seahawks is because the Bills traded him to the Seahawks. So the Bills have done deals before. And so I can definitely see the exact same happening with LeSean McCoy. And McCoy would fit perfectly, and I definitely feel like he would fit perfectly with the culture of the locker room. He'd be on a competitive team, and hell, maybe he would actually see an actual playoff win. He's one of the best running backs ever to never see a playoff win. Obviously, he's second to the Juice himself, O.J. Simpson. But when it comes to it all, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Now, on this channel, I made like a video over a year ago where I'm not a big fan of LeSean McCoy. Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of him. I definitely feel as a gift for a guy he should be more talented. Doesn't mean I don't think he's good. He's definitely a good player, but I just feel like he could definitely be even greater and all that. Kind of similar to how my criticisms to Odell Beckham. But click that link in the description. I also make a bunch of other videos, and I'm trying to stick to the NFL, guys. It's just because, well, the NBA trade deadline just happened, so I got to report those. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.